Hey guys, this is Mr. Woodsmoke coming back at you with another video. And the video I have is white supremacy versus bad decisions. Now I know you guys saying, man, why are you always talking about white supremacy? And you know what? Because that's what everybody else is talking about. So my job when I talk about that is to counterbalance that. Again, my job is to counterbalance what all the black people are talking about. I know right now it's trending, it's cool to talk about white supremacy. That's cool. White supremacy is like the new tattoo. Ooh, it's cool to talk about that. Ooh, it's cool to be calling out white privilege. You know what I'm saying? But my thing of it is today's talk is white supremacy versus bad decisions. And I can only speak from my life. You see what I'm saying? Now, in a previous video I talked about how I made bad decisions that could have eventually led to my demise as far as me joining the military. But there are a lot of things that I did before the military that were bad, and after the military, and during the military were bad, and after the military that were stupid decisions. You see what I'm saying? Like before the military, man, I was a hustler, man. I was a hustler, you know, and I was a thief. I would, I'll tell you this one thing I used to do back in the day. Me and my boy, we would, he used to work at, let's just say he used to work at an electronics store. You know, I can't drop too much information. I ain't trying to, incriminate myself, but I want this to be a lesson to you guys. He used to work at an electronics store, and I'm sure you guys know, ain't too many electronics stores. So he worked in an electronics store, and what he would do is he used to work up front. And I don't know if you ever go into certain electronic stores where you there's a guy that's always sitting right up front. So when you walk through the front door, there's a guy to your left, and they're like checking to make sure when you leave your receipts and all that stuff is straight, all that. Well, he worked at the front. All right, he worked at the front. So he was like, yo, when you come up here, whatever like that, we gon' you know what to do. He's like, you know what to do. He's like, I'm working up the front. Do what you do. So he was like, yo, I want this, and this. You can get whatever you want, but this is what I want. I'm like, okay, cool. Cool, bet, So I would go up in there, and I have a big old buggy, fill that joker up, like I'm shopping. Be Christmas time. Yep. And then go up to him, and I would get like a, you can find all kind of receipts in a parking lot or whatever like that. They're all over the place. I get one it could be a receipt from Cracker Barrel or something. Any old, it don't even matter what kind of receipt it is. But of course, you could find the receipts anywhere in the trash. You get a receipt, boom. It's got the name of the electronics store on it, so boom. Okay. So do that. Go there. He was like, yeah. This is perfect time. Come on. So I get out of my car, boom. Load everything up, boom. Go up to him, show him my receipt. He would take his time. Like he employed a month. Take his time. Look over this stuff, look over that stuff. Make sure that right there, boom. Got him. I'm talking about PlayStations, Pioneer receivers, man, you name it. We got them. And we would do that. Then we would like do other little moves where we would go into like different stores and hit them hard. We would hit the mall so hard that we would actually have the whole mall change their whole policy after me and him. Like we would go to malls, and then after we leave the malls, they would actually, then we would go back in there in a couple of weeks or months or whatever, their whole policies would change. That's how much we would get them. We would hit them hard. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? Bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? Bad decisions. And you know what? The thing of it is, thank God I never got caught. But if I did get caught with would that have been white supremacy, or would that have been a bad decision? I'm gonna repeat that. If I had got caught by the cops, by the white cops, would that have been white supremacy, or would that have been my decision making? I'll let you decide. So, you know, I used to do all kind of other stuff, like stealing gas. Go to the gas station. You know, at that time I had a Geostorm with the smoke grade, a teal Geostorm with a smoke gray license plate cover. With the smoke gray license plate cover. And you already know, I don't know if you know, but there was a license plate covers that if you actually took a picture of it, it would give you a backflash, so you couldn't see the person's license plate. You see what I'm saying? So I did that on purpose. It was smoke gray. You could barely see it. You could barely see it anyway. But guess what? That's how I did things. So anyway, we would go Crown gas station, Hess gas station, Shell gas station, all of that, and see it. And this is how I would do it. And let me tell you something, guys. By no means am I glorifying this at all. At all. This is to show you that the decisions you make can last a lifetime. And you could either look at it as a life lesson, or you could blame somebody else for it and keep doing it. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, we would go to the gas, and this is how I would do it. What I would do is, and me and my homeboy, you go to the gas station, and this was before prepay. This is before prepay. So what you would do is you would pump, because you would pump and then pay. That's how it used to be. So what we would do is we would pump, and the minute you get finished pumping, you fill that joker up all the way. I'm talking about where that junk is spilling out. Fill it up all the way. Take out the nozzle, look around, and lay the nozzle down right there on the ground. That way, the person inside, because you know when you put the nozzle back on the pump, back on the pump, it lets the register know, okay, this person's ready to pay. So if you lay it down, it just looks like you're doing something else. By the time they're realizing it, you about 10 miles down the street with a tank full of gasoline. You know what I'm saying? So you used to do that all the time. Question of the day: if I had got caught, would have been a bad decision, or would that have been white supremacy? You see what I'm saying? So those are just some things that I used to do. Man, I used to do some old other kind of stuff too. Just some old stupid stuff. But I just wanted to just go and just use those. And also another one, fighting. I never forget. There's this one dude. I'll say his name because I really don't care, but his name was Jeff, and I saw him. I never forget. I was at the movie theater. I was going to the movie theaters with this chick I was dating, but I hadn't finished. I was with this chick I was dating, but before I was with her, probably, or I think I was even with her. I don't know. But I was messing with his girl, and so I'm going to the movies with this new girl, and he and his cousin, they see me going to the movie theater, walking through the mall, because the movie theater's inside of the mall, and he was like, yeah, I heard you mess with my girl, man. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So my girl was there. She was like, what's going on? What's going on? And so he was like, okay, I see you. He said, I see you with your girl, but I ain't gonna. He's like, but don't worry. He was like, this ain't over. He's like, this ain't over. So as I'm walking, we're talking and walking. And he's like, this ain't over. And I said, well, let's let it be over right now. He says, okay, okay. So by this time, we're already at the movie theater. So the doors of the movie theater right there. So I go outside. And so my girl, she grabbing on me. No, don't go. Don't go. So I'm like, nah, I can't have this dude show me up. I'm like, he is right. I was messing with his girl, but shoot, nah, he ain't gonna check me like that. He ain't gonna check me like that. You know, I gotta show him what's up. So he was like, okay, we go outside or whatever like that. So I'm like, yo, I'm ready to get down on this dude. So anyway, we go out there and he started like, you know, trying to knuckle up on me. I'm like, so I started knuckling up on him. So next thing I know, he's like standing, we in the parking lot, and you know how when you pull into certain parking lots, right in the front of the parking space, there's like a little hump thing, so you won't go over to the next one. Well, he's standing in front of that. I didn't realize it. So I rush him, right? Cause I'm like, he ain't gonna get no licks off me. I'm rushing him. So I rush him. He gets tripped up and falls back because that little hump thing is right there where you go. So he falls back, and so his cousin, I thought his cousin was going to like try to like get me from the back. So I was waiting for like a hit on my back. But his cousin just sits right there. So I'm like, so next thing I know, I start letting loose on this dude. I start letting loose. So he's down on the ground. I got him. And next thing I know, he's on the ground. And so I full mount him. I gave him a full mount. Next thing I know, I start having my way with him. So the girl that I was with, she said, oh my God, you're gonna kill him. I mean, I'm letting loose on this dude. Boom, 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 boom. And his cousin is like, stop. I'm like, dang, man, this dude's cousin. So he's kind of like, stop. And so anyway, people start coming out, and I'm like, they're gonna call the cops. So anyway, I jump off of him, or whatever like that. And I was talking cash. You know what I mean? I was let loose on him. I was like, you ain't gonna do nothing. I was just going off. So anyway, the cops were called. So anyway, he gets up, his cousin gets him up and whatever like that. Yeah, y'all need to chill out, y'all need to stop, whatever. So his cousin pulls him away. So I never forget, True Lies had just came out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I had still went to see the movie. My clothes wasn't messed up, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was good. You know, I didn't have no scratches on me, I ain't had no hits on me. I mean, I'm like, yo, I'm still trying to watch True Lies. So I'm like, let's just go and still watch it. She's like, you still want to watch the movie after all that? I'm like, yeah, what else we gonna do? You know, he took a L, not me. So anyway, we go in there and we you know, got popcorn, and the cops were called. You know, they didn't. By the time the cops got there, we were probably like halfway through the we were at a movie theater, you know, and we were watching the movie. It's dark, so you know. But anyway, let me ask you guys a question. If the cops would have came while I was pummeling him, punching him in his face, would have been white supremacy, or would that have been bad decision making? You see what I'm saying? So those are just 3 examples of how I could have looked at that as white supremacy if the thing would have festered and the cops were called while I was doing my dirt. Or would have looked at is saying, you know what? These are bad decisions that I made that could have led to something even more worse than what I had actually did. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is that now I would say 90% of the things we do as black men are because of bad decisions. I mean, we can sit here and say white supremacy this, white supremacy that. But the thing of it is that when you make bad decisions, now you got to depend on somebody else to make good decisions. I'm going to repeat that. When a black man makes bad decisions, now he puts himself in a position where he has to expect someone else to make good decisions. Now, in any of those times, it could have been a point where, you know, the cop could have saw me pummeling this guy and pulled out his weapon, right? And then something could have happened where he like, get up off of him, get up off of him. And I could have got up off of him, and I could have went to go try to brace myself, and boom, I could have got shot. Boom, because he thought that I was going. You see what I'm saying? You see how stuff like that could happen? So, at the end of the day, guys, let's start looking at our own decision making. Let's start looking at our own decisions before we start placing this blame game. Let's start looking at our own decisions and start making our own changes and see how better off a man we can be. All right, guys? All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, please subscribe, and you guys have a wonderful night.